that was developed for outer space. So a lot of the technology that we use here, kind of every day, like aluminum foil, was actually developed for space exploration.
What do you think about NASA spending billions on outer space when there are money problems here on Earth?
Yeah, well, there's money problems here on Earth. We spend how much money going to the Olympics? How much money do we spend on sports? How much money do we spend on a lot of different things? And there's still famine in the world. There's still people who need help. There's still wars going on. So people spend money on lots of different things that aren't related to helping others. It's a matter of, I guess, trying to prioritize, making sure that you're doing a little bit of everything. Just cutting the entire space budget to go towards, helping other people, that's a great idea, but then it's like, well, let's cut all the sports budgets, because we still have to help other people. Let's cut all the education budgets, and then all of a sudden, all of your options become very small. So that's a short answer. And then the other answer is we've actually cut the budget. So NASA's budget's actually been cut quite a lot in order to put more money into education. So there's that kind of give and take. Do we stop exploring because we have problems here on Earth, or do we continue exploring and try to kind of balance our budget?
Why do people go to space?
Why not? So, why do people go to other countries? Why do people look for other things in the universe? Basically, to discover, to figure out why. We're kind of inquisitive people. We want to know where we come from, where we're going, different things like that, how life forms. So we know how life exists on this planet, but are we the only planet that has life? So one of the things we want to do going to Mars is say, well, there's possibly some water on Mars, some ice. Maybe we can find some life there, and then that would be our first way to figure out, well, this is actually a different way life has developed. Just to know more about ourselves and more about the universe around us. And because it's cool.
Has new technology for space been more useful than the old technology?
Probably. Otherwise, we'd still use the old technology. So, a lot of our new technology that's on the space station, technology has gotten a lot smaller, right? So, back, even before I was born, there were computers that basically would fill this whole room, and you'd put these punch cards in, and that was how you told it what you wanted it to do. That would be a very expensive machine to take up into outer space. Now they can use basically things the size of phones to operate something even more technologically advanced. So every kilogram we send up into outer space costs about $10,000. So the smaller the technology, the better it is to send up into space, and the more information we can get from our research, things like that. So I would definitely say even just getting that kind of nanotechnology information going up into space helps out a lot just with cost effectiveness.
Do you know what the oldest piece of equipment that NASA still uses is?
No, I do not know off the top of my head. However, looking up at my amazing screen, these are just the current things that we're using right now. These are just the current missions. And if you look right over here, this is Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. So these guys are satellites we sent up into space ages ago. They're still listed on this is NASA's current missions going up into space. So I would have to say, of all these missions we're still using, at the moment, probably going to go with Voyager 1 as being the super oldest one we've sent out. So I'm going to go with that one. I can't actually tell you off the top of my head when Voyager 1 was sent out, though. I apologize.
How do we know what the impact of space travel has been like over time?
So the impact of space travel just on humans itself has actually caused a lot of health problems for astronauts.
Like skin thinning?
Yeah, like their bones, like calcium leaching. So when you're in outer space, you don't have this. You don't have this gravity, right? You're just floating around all the time. So you don't actually need strong bones to kind of hold you upright. So their bones actually become more brittle, kind of like osteoporosis. So in outer space, they have to exercise now 2 hours every single day, full stop, using basically like rubber band machines, anything where you can get that kind of resistance. They don't have anything if you were weightlifting. The weights would be weightless because they're in outer space. So they have special have rubber band suits that hold them down when they run on treadmills to give them that idea of gravity. So trying to do that has helped the astronauts because when they're in space, they have problems with bone density loss. They also have some problems with other things, muscle loss especially, so that's why they have to exercise all the time. And they're trying to minimize those effects also by not letting astronauts stay that long in space. So when we go to the International Space Station, that guy right there, they basically go in shifts of about 6 months, and then they'll send a new group in and let that other group come back and get reestablished with Earthling kind of atmospheric pressures and things like that.
What are the purposes of space exploration?
Find cool stuff. There's lots of different purposes. So basically, if you're looking up here, that guy at the top near his purpose, the Mars Explorer rover. I have a laser pointer actually. That guy right there. His purpose is to drill into the surface of Mars and see if we can find anything alive, possibly, or possibly just learn more about the Martian surface itself. We're looking around here. This guy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find him. This guy, he's searching for exoplanets. So he's looking for planets going around other stars. He's already found over 2,000 of them. And this guy, Juno, he's obviously going to Jupiter, discovering more about Jupiter. This guy's went to Ceres, which is one of our dwarf planets in the asteroid belt, figuring out what are asteroids made out of. Why is Ceres so big compared to all of the other asteroids in the belt? What makes it a special dwarf planet? And there's this really big bright spot on Ceres. What is it? Is it a volcano? Is it an alien spacecraft? NASA still doesn't know. So one of the major things, I guess, that interlinks all these things is discovery, as well as figuring out things like, where is it? I don't think I'm going to find it very quickly. But anyways, we have lots of satellites going up. Oh, here it is. The Carbon Observatory. It's actually looking down on Earth and figuring out where our carbon emissions are. And so it's also looking at our own weather, GPS systems, things like that. That's all because of technology that we use to put into outer space. Yeah, so things you use on your phone, you get lost, kind of thing. So it helps benefit Earth as well as benefit our understanding of the universe.
What causes your panda balloon? Who has been responsible for space travel and exploration?
Who?
Yeah.
Everybody. You're responsible for it. So basically, maybe not you, but your family pays taxes. When you grow up, you'll get to pay taxes. And tax money goes towards space exploration. So by you being a citizen of a country that does have a space program or is linked with other space programs, you are actually helping fund space exploration. I guess if you're looking for an individual, I can't actually give you a name of an individual. There's so many people, Gesundheit, who are involved with space exploration. You can't name any one particular person who's like responsible for it. It's everybody. And a really cool thing about the next big venture in space exploration is the next planet. We've only ever been to the moon. That's the farthest humans have been to. And that was America. They got there and they put their flag and people cheered. No, it's everybody. So the idea is this project called Mars One is run by an international group. So they're taking people from every single country. There's over 400 applicants already. And they are probably going to be the first group to make it to Mars. NASA has ideas of going to Mars, but they're going to go in like 2030. Mars One is looking to go at about 2025. They're going to already send, I think they're starting to send packages there in 2018. So to get the colony kind of set up for these people to go. So that's pretty cool because it won't be any one country then. And it'll be people from every country. So it'll be a global effort. And then we wouldn't have any one person. It would just, or one country, it'd just be everybody's responsibility.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions.
Okay, did that hopefully answer all of your questions?
Yeah.